What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode here on the MIgardener channel. Mrs. MIgardener and I have been long awaiting this episode because it's the very first potato harvest we've ever had here at the house. So I'm really excited about it, and it's always a fun time of year because you never know what you're going to get. So this is the longest we've ever let our potatoes go. Normally we usually harvest them by around like early August, mid-August, but it's almost September now, so they're definitely in the longest they've ever been before, so that's great. But yeah, I'm excited to see what we got here. These will be the Kennebecs. Back there will be the Pontiac red back on the other half of this bed, and then behind us in the other half of the bed we have the purple majesty. Yeah, oh wow. One of the things when the plants are so dead is the potatoes, they don't come up with the plants, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of digging. There's a little green. A little green is fine. I think a lot of times people really worry. You can totally cut that out and it's not gonna hurt you. You'd have to eat a ton of green potatoes to be harmed at all.
They're pretty good sized potatoes though, look.
Yeah, they are pretty nice.
No, none seems to have been eaten by mice.
So this is looking really, really good. I was kind of worried as I was starting to dig up the plants, kind of what we'd be getting, because for those that are not as familiar about growing potatoes, potatoes need lots of moisture to produce well and to produce many. So if you want large potatoes and many of them, you got to have, wow, that's an amazing one. You got to have you have to have a really wet season. Not too wet, but I mean, you can't be as dry as it's been. We had a period of about 8.5, almost 9 weeks without any rain at all. And we try not to hand water as much as possible because our city puts quite a lot of chlorine in the water, and we don't yet have a, wow, that is an incredible one, amazing. So we don't really have a rain barrel system yet. That's gonna be for next year. We're gonna set that up because we do find that city water is not the best for the plants and the soil life. So so we really try not to hand water if possible. But all in all, I mean, still, despite it being one of the driest seasons I can ever remember, we still did really good. I mean, this is still from just 3 plants here. So and Cindy's still rocking and rolling with hers. So I thought I saw one.
Yeah.
Oh yep. Oh, that's a big one here. Let's check this one out.
Definitely have to
wow.
dig in there. There's one over here too.
Oh my
super
goodness.
Fresh. They're all obviously fresh, but this one's like skin's even.
Oh my goodness. Wow, yeah. You did really well with your hole was super productive. Wow. Holy smokes. Folks, that is from just
but there's still more. 3
plants, and Cindy's still grabbing more, which is really, wow, Cindy, oh my goodness, your plant, I think, outproduced mine like 3 to 1. That's not even a joke.
Look at that.
That's incredible.
There's another one. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, what on earth, Cindy?
They might be actually better than we thought they'd be.
I thought they'd be kind of affected, but they don't seem to have minded that much.
Never know what you'll get with the potatoes.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, I still have some in this hole I haven't dug out yet. So this is kind of like 2.5 plants because there's still a lot of potatoes buried in here. So, man, that is awesome. Great job. What do you think so far?
I love it. I think fresh potatoes are the best. So.
Those are absolutely massive. So wow, I really did not I didn't know what to expect when we first started because they seemed like they were going to be kind of slim pickings, but to my amazement, this was actually the best harvest we've ever gotten. We had 12 plants, just 12 plants. All right, so just got done harvesting all the Pontiac redskin, and unanimously, that was one of the worst, most pitiful redskin harvests we've ever had. As you can see, it looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot because it's actually kind of riding up on some of the Kennebecs that were already in the wheelbarrow. So it's kind of deceiving, but just as a reference, from the 12 Kennebecs, we ended up getting around 40, maybe even 50 pounds. We were thinking about it, and we think maybe closer to 50 pounds of Kennebecs. But with the Pontiacs, we had 16 plants, and we maybe got about 25 pounds. So really, really bad. We had 4 more plants and got about half the harvest. So not great. And I think a lot of that had to do with how dry it's been and how many ants were in the spot that the redskins were. So yeah, I don't know. That was not a good harvest, but there's always next year, right? And it's still food. It's just, man, it's like, geez, sometimes you wish you had that forward, that the ability to tell the future, so I wouldn't have planted any redskins this year. Man, not good. All right, anyways, let's go on to the Purple Majesty. And that's just from what I pulled up. That's a ton of potatoes from just one plant, and there's still more because I still have to pull all the ones that broke off. So I think we're looking pretty good on the Purple Majesty. So all in all, what we got from the Purple Majesty potatoes, which was right there, was really impressive. So we only had 6 plants. We had just under a pound of seed potatoes to plant, and from that pound, we ended up getting close to 12 pounds of Purple Majesty potatoes. So absolutely incredible, really happy about that. And all in all, I gotta say, definitely still one of the best potato harvests we've ever had, despite the redskins being not the greatest, actually being downright pathetic. We still had, because of the Kennebecs being so insane, as well as the Purple Majesty pulling through, this was the highest return from a bed and a half we've ever had. Normally we plant 3 beds and we get this many potatoes. However, this year we planted a bed and a half and we got this many potatoes. So we got about double what we normally get, which is just insane. So really happy about that. Definitely pleased. And you know what? I also just realized we actually have potatoes still at the cottage to harvest as well. So that will be coming up in probably the next 2-3-ish weeks or so. Whenever we get over there for Labor Day, we can go harvest some potatoes, and we'll do a video there as well. So it's not done yet, folks. 2017 is still putting out more potatoes. So as always, this is Luke
and Cindy
from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow big or go home, and we'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.